निराचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रसुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। प्रभु श्री जगन्नाथ is regarded all the time. I will talk in different ways. Whatever we see in this world, whatever events happen, or whatever principle we see in this manifested world, it has three aspects. One is called Adhibhautika. What is manifested in this world is a manifested form with Pancha Mahabhuta. Manifested form, that is Adhibhautika. But in the same thing, there is another aspect. That is called Adhidaitika. About the devas. Say for example, you have a physical body. That physical body is the Adhibhautika aspect of your existence. But you have also a Adhidaitika existence. The devas in the cosmos, they are also within you. Those who read the Vedic scriptures, they know that like mind is moon, eyes are sun, hands are Vishnu. So, in each thing there is a physical aspect as well as a subtle aspect. That is the Adhidaitika aspect. But for a spiritual seeker, for a spiritual practitioner, what is most important is Adhyatmika aspect. That means our real existence, what should be a spiritual practice for us. Adhyatmika means regarding the self, the things that help us to understand our own self, Atman. That has been enumerated in the scriptures, in the philosophies, the Vedic philosophies, but only confined to the spiritual seekers. Normal people, they are happy with the Adhibhautika aspect. That is manifestation aspect. That is good. But we start from there. Now, I will discuss, since there is not much time, but in what sense, so that there will be interest in you, then you can find out more. What is the Adhyatmika, the spiritual aspect of it? What we call him? Daru Brahma. The Brahma, it is Daru, but Brahma. How a Daru, a wood log can be Brahma? Because everything is Brahma. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Everything is Brahma. Even a stone is Brahma. A wood log is Brahma. But how much of us have that kind of a view? Do we really see the Supreme in each manifested being? We don't see. But the Jagannath concept tells us. That is why a wood log, a craving on the wood log is considered as Brahman. That means everything is Brahman in this universe. What is the concept of Brahman? Sat, Chit and Ananda. Sat means pure existence. Sat does not normally here when we say Sat, we are not saying true and false. We are talking about pure existence. Pure existence means the existence that has no beginning, no end, no birth, no growth, no changes or mutation, no disease, no old age, no death. That is the pure existence. Now, can the body become pure existence? Even our sun, moon, stars are the pure existence in this context. They have a part, they have a life. They have also a death. So, how can we call something which is a manifested thing is the Brahman? But go into the origin of it. I can give you an example. I say you are consciousness principle. You know how I feel myself in the body. That is natural because we do not know what we are. We take all the objects in this universe. Be it a human being, or your car, or a metal steel, or copper. Finally, you end where? In a molecule of that particle, that matter. Then you end in an atom. Then you further where end? In an atom, you have the periodic table, so many atoms. But when you split an atom, you find neutron, proton, and electron. Only three particles. So now we were coming into three different particles. Okay? But then finally, it was Bohr, the subatomic particle that has become two. So when you study quantum physics, it is just energy. Or nothing exists. That means what we are all seeing at the base level is only one. Now that you have manifested it to something, this is a copper, does it mean that originally it has been changed? That principle is changed? No, that does not change. That is, if that is possible for the manifested material world, that is how we have gone in the level of science into the unity. Vedic literature says no. It is Brahman. Means further depend. That is truth principle. So, what is that truth principle? This is Chit, consciousness. And what is the form of that consciousness? It is the Ananda, bliss. It is neither happiness nor unhappiness. It is bounding. And that principle, in other words, is called Satya Jnana Ananta Brahma. It is the truth principle, pure existence principle, it is the Jnanam, consciousness, and that is infinite. And that infinite is continuous, it is not non-continuous. And we apply that all over we find the deities. We can name and form. But no deity is called as Brahman. And that appears in the form of a wood rock. So that is the underlying principle of our own life. And then is doing the all activities like that of the human. Getting up, washing his mouth, then giving him food so many times, then making him rest, sleep, all the human form. Then, when there is one extra month of Ashad, he changes his body like human beings. So, what remains is the Brahma. The Brahma is being transformed. Like just remains us our own life. We are not destructible. Consciousness principle cannot be destructive. It only changes the outer self. That is how it teaches us. Why you are crying for all this? Vasansi Karnani Jatha. Like you change a old cloth, the Atman changes the body. And what we call to the Jagannatha Dham? Sri Khetra. We call it Sri Khetra. What is a Khetra? In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Idam Sariram Kaunteya Khetra Vitya Vidhiyate. O the son of Kunti, this body is called the Khetra. This is the Khetra. Whatever there within, that has been outside. Jatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. Jatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. So it is our inner knowledge. This is the Khetra. And the deity of this Khetra is the Brahman, Jagannath. In Bhagavad Gita again said, Ishvara Sarvabhutana Purudeshe Janatishvara. O Arjuna, Ishvara sits in the heart of every being. Every being, don't say that every human being. Every being, Sarvabhutana. So everything is that principle. That realization we have to do by a physical practice, by a spiritual practice. That spiritual practice is also encoded in the principle of the deities and in the temple. You all have seen Puri Jagannath temple. What do you find? The main temple structure. The temple structure in Odisha is different from north and south. That you know? That is the Kalinga architecture. So the Garbhagriha, where the deity resides on the Ratna Vedi. What is that Garbhagriha? You find this is a very tall shikhar. Garbhagriha is very tall shikhar. And at the top there is the Leela Chakra. Leela Chakra means Vag represents air. Air element. Vayu, prana. Whenever there is a Vag in our symbol begin, Vag means air. Vayu. Who is sustaining this body? Vayu is sustaining this body. Breath, prana is sustaining this body. And if you look into the dimension, the Garbhagriha or the Shikhara is not much bigger than the front ones. Then above, in front of it, it is Jagamohana. Jagamohana in size is good, but in height is little less, but in size it is more. And then, if you see the structure of Jagamohana, this is what we call in our Odia language, Chao. Chao the word. It is like this. Not straight coming. And then above, in the front, there is an Natamandapa. Natamandapa is even bigger. This where the Tetraphala, the area is even bigger. But height is smaller. And we call it Pidhadru. Later on in Puri, the Bhogamandapa was done. It was not in the original structure. Bhogamandapa was done in the latter. So, Bhogamandapa and the Natamandapa will take it as one structure. Now, what it represents? it represents three bodies. Gross body or physical body, Sthula Sharira, Sukma Sharira or subtle body, and Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira represents the Garbhagriha. Subtle body or Sukma Sharira represents the Jagamohan. And Naka Mandapa and the Bhava Mandapa represents the Sthula Sharira, physical body. Inside these three bodies sitting is the Deva. That means we have a physical body, this body, with limbs, with eyes, with ears, with nose, with all this work. This is the physical body. But is it the one which we have? This is our body, not we. Inside it we have a subtle body. Subtle body, that is the core component of our subtle body. Mind, intellect, ego, and subconscious. We call Antakarana. Hands, legs, eyes, ears are Bahikarana. Antakarana is of the core principle. If I go on the study, it will take long time, but I am just short giving you the idea. That is our subtle body. Then, Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira of this universe is Mother Nature. So in individual body, the imprints of our activities, mind is in our mind, in subconscious. But that has a place is also in the Mother Nature. That part is our Karana Sharira. Or you can say our Prana is our Karana Sharira. The Prana is part of the nature. And within these all. So that is why there is a plant. Later. Is sitting the Deva. The real ruler here. The real Deva here. The Ishvara we can keep. That is how Jagannath temple tells. So how we will go to achieve this? How we will realize our own self? Because we are always attached to the body and understand our body as the self. For that, we have to cross by Siddhanta. 22 steps. What are these 22 steps? We have to leave Pancha Sthula Mahabhuta. Titi of Tej, Maru, Vyoma. This is, if you are attached with these five outer manifestations, which is been creating everything in this universe, then we are not going to realize. We have to transcend them. Then we have to transcend them Pancha Sukha Mahabhuta. That is sound, sensation, vision, taste, and smell. And for these five, we have five Jnanendriyas. Ear, skin, eye, tongue, and the nose. Then, as we receive the sensation through Pancha Jnanendriyas, the five senses, our mind reacts. Then we work. We work through Pancha Karmendriya, five organs of action, like speech, hands, legs, payu and upasthana, organ of defecation and organ of procreation. So, all our consciousness is with this 20. Pancha Sthula Bhuta, five gross elements, Pancha Sukha Bhuta, five subtle elements, Pancha Jnanendriya and Pancha Karmendriya, five sense organs and five organs of action. Then they are regulated by mind and it. So, if you are in everything, this we do is in our mind and intellect. So, how much it is total now? 22. We have to cross this 22. If you cross this 22, then where you will go? To a place where there is behind a place where there is Garuda. Garuda's color. Garuda is our breath. Garuda can take us to a glimpse, to a vision of our day that is ruling us. But still we are having our ego sense. Still we are having all imprints of stars. That will go only we have the glimpses of the day. Once we are behind with the Garuda, one with the Garuda, one with the breath, then we see the deity, we see the inner God, see the inner Deva, Antaryami, and your ego will drop. But still complete ego is not going. We are having Suddha. Suddha Aham. Otherwise, Kriya is not possible. And for cause of all this is three. Avidya, Kama, Karma. First, Natamandapa you cross. You are living Kama, desires. Jagamahana you cross. You are living Karma. Enter into the Garbhagriya. Ignorance is gone. Avidya is gone. You are one with your Lord. That is how temple architecture teaches that how we should do our inner practice. Then we have Prabhu Jagannatha, not in one form, but in four forms. Balabhadra, Subhadra, Sudarsana, Bhagavan, and Jagannath. In other way, that is also telling us. Balabhadra is our physical body. Subhadra is our subtle body. Sudarsana is our causal body. There we have Sudarsana and Jagannath. Jagannath is the same. In this way, we have to understand how we have to realize our law. Again, if you look into the Jagannath, this Vigraha, it is not like the Vigraha in any other temple. You look into any other Vigraha. Vigraha like this, there is eye but no eye. There is no nose but no nose. There is mouth but no mouth. There is hand but no hand. Bhagavad Gita it is said, Sarvendriya Gunabhasam Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. There are just the abhas, indication of the indriyas, but no indriyas. It is devoid of all indriyas. That has been tried to give manifestation in the form of a vigraha. Very difficult, not possible. How do you do? Everything is not there, all the indriyas are not there, but the indication is there. Sarvendriya Gunabhasam Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. That is the idea. how the deity has been made. It is not like any other deity when you will see hand, you will see ear, you will see nose, you will see hands, you will see legs. Apadapani Jagannath. To give such a form, that is our own life. Physical body has eyes, ears, nose, hands. You go to the subtle body? No. But still it has. You go to the causal body, gradually reduction. Just increase. Then go further. Because consciousness only. And also, Jagannatha is called Akshara Brahman. This you see, this is a line drawing of Jagannath. Just a line drawing. So what do you find? In Bhagavad Gita he said, Aksharam Brahma Paramam Subhavat Atmamuchyate. Brahma is Akshara. Akshara means which is not Kshara, which is not a destructible. And its Subhava, its Prakriti, the Divine Mother, is Godhead. Practice is the practice of God. Again, further it says, that means Jagannatha is the form of Akshara. What is mean by Akshara? Letters. What are the letters? Sound only. O, one sound. U, one sound. Mo, one sound. All the letters are only sounds of ears. And the sound is the principal ether element that is indestructible. But this is Swabhava, this is the Prakriti. So what we see in Jagannatha is the letters only, the sounds only. So how we will find? Let us come to one by one. In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Aksharanam Akarosmi. I am Akara among the Aksharas. Akara. Akara means that has not taken the form of Akara. Akara means form. The meaning of Akara is form. That has not taken the form. A sound that has not taken the form that is Akara. So, among the sounds, among the Akharas, I am Akara. Now you look into the Jagannath, you will find Akara. You see, like this. It will be Akara. Now in this Akara, you say there is no line is not there. Why line is not there? Because it is unmanifested Akara, not manifested Akara. Akara is not there. So Jagannatha is Akara. Then what we find? Akara. We will find a line, Akara there. In Jagannatha's Vigraha. Then we will come into Ikara. Ika. You see Ikara. Dirgha is not there. Why? When I say Ikara, Dirgha is involved there. Then Ukara. Ukara. I am going to see this indicating. If you see at the time of Chandanalagi, go inside, then you can. Ukara is there. When Ukara is there, Bhagi is involved. Then we have to take all those like Ruka. Rukara is manifested in the inverted Ukara. Then Dukara is involved. Then is Ekar. You take like this. Ekar. Or you take like this. Ekar. Then others are involved in it. Then what we find? Anusar Visarga Chandra. Everywhere is the Anusar. Visarga. 2 eyes for Visarga. 2 hands for Visarga. And the Chandra Bindu? Mouth and the nose. From Chandra Bindu. It is based on the principle of this Brahma. Sabda Brahma. Jagannath, the Vigraha is formed in the principle of Sabda Brahma. How creation has been taken place. How creation has taken place? It is, of course, this knowledge comes to me from the tradition of our Gurus. First, there is Okara, or manifestation of manifestation. Then it takes the form of Akara. It takes the form, manifested form. Once there is a manifested form, stone is a manifested form. There are stone statue. Do you worship stone statue? We don't worship. We worship a big rock, not a statue. When there is prana pratishta, this is also a murti. But this murti is useless if there is no prana. Once there is a prana, then this murti, be you or anyone, then it is alive. Ikara is the symbol of Shakti. Ikara Shakti Dayaka. Then with the manifestation enters the Shakti. Now it is active. Then Dirghai, Shakti expands itself. Then you are in life. We are in life. Then what comes? Ukara. Ukara is what? Dukkha. When there is any pain, is Uf. Dirghau. This sufferings has been dukkha, has been extended. And to our Jagannath also it happens. Every year we go into favor after the Snana Jatra. Like human beings. When you have sufferings, then you call him more sufferings, you further call him Ai. Then he gives answer, oh. If you call, then answer will come, oh. Call deeply with earnest, answer will be more loud, oh. Then Anusara Visarga Chandra. Follow him, Anuswara. One which follows is Anusara. Visarga, to whom, why will you follow? Visarga. Sarga means this world, this Jagat, beyond the Sarga, beyond the cosmos. And what is that for? Chandra and the Bindu. Moon and the sun, mind and the consciousness. When that becomes one, your mind becomes one with the Atman, consciousness, not with the desires. Then we realize. So this is all our life. Here, Vyanjana Varna consonants are not there. Why? Because consonants are not independent. Any consonant to manifest has to depend on an vowel. So simply on this, principal houses will find the construction of deity. And then looking into Sarvendriya Gunabhasam Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. Sahasrakha Sahasrapa Purusha. Sahasra Siksha Purusha Sahasrakha Sahasrapa. Can you make a vigraha on that? Not possible. With infinity hands, infinity legs, infinity heads, infinity eyes, what you have to do? That has been become Sarvendriya Gunabhasya Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. So, all these contradictions can exist with him. And in this principle, it has been made. General people, they do all these things. Oh, you are my Lord. We can cry, we can sing, we can dance, we can show our devotion, and that is good because when we do it with a sacred emotion, not asking for worldly things, but for a yogi, a practitioner of inner spiritual science, the principle is all there in the temple of Jagannath, in the Vigraha of Jagannath. And that reminds us what practice we have to do. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.